There was one girl.
It was a bit exciting, right?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, absolutely.
A bit sexual.
I mean, it was kissing. Yeah, and Amy's hot, so yeah.
Right. Yeah, it
was like
thing.
you know,
you're so cheated on your girlfriend.
I didn't get one, but I definitely, blood was circulating.
Okay,
you got a little blood circulating.
I mean, yeah, I'm a guy kissing a girl. I don't know. It was, it was
It
interesting.
moved a little.
It didn't move, but it got heavy.
It got heavy. Nothing better than just feeling
heavy
that
dick.
heaviness.
Yeah. Oh man, I always prayed for
a little
heavy
heaviness.
I always prayed for heavy dick in high school, going in the showers, just to be like, all right.
What?
No, just to look good.
Yeah, you don't want to be humiliated.
I just
for your
made sure
peers.
my angles were good, so no one saw me.
Yeah, see?
I just prayed I didn't make the yummy noise by mistake.
I was an angle guy all the way.
Angle? I always had to box out.
I developed late to begin with, so a lot of times I just didn't shower.
There was a lot of black dudes on my football team, so I always had to.
Yeah, but why'd you have to shower after a game? I never
You wouldn't
understood.
shower after the game?
Fuck no, I'd shower when I got home.
Why?
Who cares?
I would mostly, unless
Right?
we were on the road, and then I would shower.
You would shower in the road locker room?
If we were on the road, yeah.
Why?
Why didn't you want to shower with the other guys?
Because it was fucking gay. To be honest
I mean,
with you.
it's, it is,
It was a bit gay.
Yeah.
I never looked at that in camp, honestly, as weird or anything like that. It was just a thing
I didn't need to be.
like,
I didn't need to be that clean after a game. Because all it was a bus ride back to the school and then jump in a car and go home, or mommy or daddy, depending on how old I was.
You're very, but that's like very like, oh, wear my tie to the game. You're like, I'll shower at home, thank you.
Why did I need to smell fresh on the bus ride back to our high school?
You got a point.
I always want to shower after. What did you do while they were showering? You sit there and film them surreptitiously.
But I wasn't the only one that didn't.
Guys, Jerome, turn around.
Yeah.
I wasn't the only one that didn't shower, though. There were a few of us.
And you were the stinky kids.
They were the late. I guess if
late bloomers. Did you have a small penis? Is that what it was? Were you worried?
I was. I was worried for a while there. I developed late, so that made it easier to not shower as well.
Yeah.
Fuck that. I wasn't going to be ridiculed.
Yeah, I didn't get big. Grow until like my junior year
of high school.
Yeah,
that's about right.
Yeah, so I was a little.
I tell everyone
timid.
I was 5'2", 91 pounds in 10th grade. I was tiny. And then I shot up, finally. Yeah.
Do you have stretch marks from growing?
On my penis?
Yeah. Did your dick got stretch marks?
But only going width-wise. The length was the same. It was long and thin. It was birth length.
I don't know. I just thought it was weird to just shower after the games. I showered sometimes, I guess, but in general, I'm like, who cares? I'll shower when I get home.
Yeah, I mean, I think most of the time it was just like
it wasn't like you were going anywhere special after the game.
But you didn't want them to laugh at your penis. I understand.
Probably.
Yeah, that's probably a legit fear.
I
was probably more insecure than anything. That's why.
Yeah, if you're in 10th grade, if you got a small dick or you haven't developed yet, and there are those kids that are fucking. When I was in camp, there was a kid Kevin who we suspect is retarded. I think he was definitely slow. I don't know if he was full on retarded, but he was definitely slow.
Right.
And he had like full pubes and he was
Monster?
8 soft. And this is like a fucking.
That means he was retarded.
Yeah, 8th to 9th grade.
He had dumb dick.
Yeah, he had dumb dick.
It's just like he's like, hey Jim, do you know what this is? You're like, look at that fucking piece.
Exactly. You have no idea what you're lugging around.
Plus, I should say my sport of choice was basketball, so it was a lot of black guys.
Yeah.
They don't mind that stereotype, which is completely true, by the way.
Yeah, I mean, they.
Completely intimidated.
You're afraid they would laugh at you and call you a white boy dick? Or...
They had fucking monsters in their
Look
pants.
at tiny dick. Look at tiny white dick.
Right. Let's go to Bill.
They'd flick it like it was a small insect bothering them at a picnic.
Bill in Utah. Bill.
This is Phil, actually.
Hey, Phil. What's up?
Phil.
So, when I went in the Army, my buddy told me the first time you take a shower, all the white guys are going to be at the toilets getting their dicks half-masked, and all the black guys are going to be in the shower. As soon as I walked into the shower for the first time, that's exactly how it looked. So I'm not hung or anything, but I decided to just go in the shower with all the black guys, and I'd never seen anything like it. And there was a guy that was about 5'2", but his dick hung down to his knee, and he used to wash it in the sink. Which, being in the Army, I was in charge of washing the sink. And I just looked at him, and I didn't make the sound like Jimmy would make. But
I'm just kidding, sir. I was joking.
Damn, you got a big dick. And
Oh, you said, man, you got a big dick?
I said, Jesus, you got a big dick. And he's like, don't be looking at my dick, man.
Yeah, why would you say that?
You know what? You're absolutely. That's a non-homophobic thing to do.
Yeah.
It was almost like if he had one leg bigger than the other, you'd comment.
Yeah, and he's also putting it in the sink, wringing it out like it's a fucking wash rag.
He would wash it. He would wash it in the sink and then lotion it up, and it was just like his baby.
But he
And
knew.
all of them were like,
Wait, lotioning it up your dick is just jerking off, I thought.
Yeah, I think so. You're misrepresenting that, sir.
Lotion.
And then all that lotion would shoot out of the front. So I think you're missing something here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You didn't just lotion it up. You just happened to have it. It was all moisturized after the fact.
Yeah.
all right, that's all I got. Boys.
But he knows he has a big dick, so why would you say, wow, you have a big dick?
Well, every one of them in there was a big dick. I mean, they were like,
That's his army story? I was surrounded by him.
I just never seen anything like that before. So many in one room.
What tone did you use when you said it? Tone is everything. Man, you got a big dick is one thing, but did you go like, Psst, dude,
Dude, you got a big dick.
fucking dick.
Dying down at it?
Yeah.
God damn, you got a big dick.
That's how I said it.
Yeah. You got a big dick.
Yeah, did you talk about his dick the way we talked about red velvet cupcakes?
I did ask
Everyone
him
was
not to
abuzz about it.
Yeah.
I did ask him not to wash it in the sink, so I didn't have to clean up his mess.
I mean, that's,
All right.
that's rational thinking.
Very good, Bill.
All right.
Thank you.
Thanks, fellas.
That's funny.
Washing your dick in the sink.
That is very funny.
When I waited tables here in the city, there was like a private bathroom at the restaurant that all the waiters used. And one of the bartenders, she walked in on this waiter that worked there for like 2 weeks, washing his balls in the sink.
Why?
And everyone was like, "Why did you fucking do that?" And he was like, some Spanish guy. He's like, I didn't know good to go home, and we're like, washing your shit in the sink.
Oh my god!
He probably fucked before work and it stunk.
We used to think he was a gigolo because he'd wear a suit to work, like to wait tables.
Right.
And we thought that he used waiting tables because he was like a really good-looking Spanish guy.
Right.
And he'd be like always like really aggressively after the girls. We're like,
Really?
I think this dude's a straight up fucking man whore.
Probably got some action out of it.
I think he did. I think he banged a couple of the waitresses.
Nice.
Maybe that's why he's washing. Maybe he fucked someone at work in the bathroom.
Yeah, I just think that's hilarious to wash your dick in the sink.
I wanna play the weigh-ins anyway.
Oh yeah.
Should we play it again?
Yeah, it was uncomfortable.
We had the weigh-ins in here. Who do we have? Marlon,
Sean, and Damon.
That's Sean and Damon. And then at the end of the interview, we had a good time with the guys. They started saying things, and I thought they were complimenting the radio show. It's so douchey.
Oh, I gotta hear this.
So douchey. They were talking about their comedy show that they're doing. But I heard, when I heard the first compliment, I'm like, wow, they really like this show. And then they put it over the top, and at one point I go, God damn, like, wow.
Yeah.
I'm feeling the love.
Oh, that's the best, that you thought it was all towards you.
Oh, absolutely. Listen to this closely. You're hearing it for the first time. Dan Soder.
It's a great show.
J-Pack's
I ain't saying that because I'm on it.
Thanks,
but,
guys. I appreciate it. Come back and see us.
It's an honor to be working with my heroes.
Damn.
It's nice to work with my fans.
When he says it's a great show, he was talking about the stand-up show.
Oh, God, that's
Damon
so
and
great.
Keenan and Sean.
I bet he says it's honor to be working with my heroes, and I'm assuming.
Dude, that's
Not
so
his
great.
hero.
I love that. I just
Not his
love
hero.
that Opie's like, it's good to meet you, too. I like your movies.
But there is a part, because we kind of laughed over it, where I finally realized I went, oh. I did it quick. Oh.
You hear that one more time?
I was heating up, and I was just looking at Jimmy like, oh, okay, he didn't pick up on it. But then I was like, you know what? We have to play this back on the radio. I could have just let it go.
Yeah.
Listen to it again.
It's a great show.
J-Pack's in
I ain't
there.
saying
Yeah,
that
of
because
course.
I'm on it.
Thanks,
but,
guys. I appreciate it. Come back and see us.
It's an honor to be working with my
God
heroes,
damn.
Damon and Keenan.
And it's nice.
Oh, dude, I just heard what he did there. He caught what you were doing, and instead of calling you out, he said their names.
Right.
Oh.
And then I go, oh.
Oh. He said
I
their
was like
names.
so defeated. Oh. That's like, fuck. That's great. Yeah.
So there's a video of a black college kid at the NFL Combine sprinting, and his dick practically hits his face. I thought this was what's his name, the gay player. I forgot his name.
Sam
Roberts.
Sam Roberts. Oh, Michael Sam. But that's not the one you're talking about, is it?
No, this was like a year or two ago. And when he's standing still, you could see it. When he starts running, it looks like there's a squirrel running around in his pants.
Come on. How do we find this?
I think type in Combine, NFL.
Yes.
It's NFL Combine.
Yes, or just Google White Father's Nightmare.
NFL Combine Big Dick? You think we're going to find it that way? Well, the Michael Sam one comes up with the boner.
There's a couple there. I think if you do college kids sprint that combine with package or something like that, I think that's how I found it.
Is it Julius Williams?
I think we're finding all these fetish videos.
Yeah, no kidding. We found one that could have definitely been it. Something was moving around in his shorts.
Yeah, I think that's it.
Man, someone give us the link to the actual video. We can't find it.
Please.
Is it this guy, Julius Williams?
I forgot the name. I'm not completely sure.
Yeah,
so.
big bulge. I don't know if that's...
Well, what the fuck, dude?
Yeah,
Well, there's also that classic clip of Vernon Davis from last season. They said he got tackled by his own dick, and you see, like, the guy grabs him, and it's...
By his dick?
You can, like, see it. It was the Cardinals game.
Come on.
Because everyone was like...
He proposes rule change after painful tackle is the headline.
Yeah, the guy grabbed his dick on the side of his leg and pulls him down.
I've never seen that before.
Yeah, as a Niner fan, I was like, yeah, go Niners.
Do you have the video?
It's on the Rams,
Look at this.
I was actually at this game.
He wants a rule change because of what happened to him. The guy basically grabbed his dick that was kind of hanging down the side of his thigh. Look. Grabbing his dick to pull him down. Where
he's pulling the guy's hand off his dick.
He's trying to pull the guy's hand off his dick, and then he just sits down in the field like, okay, you got me.
Because I took my grandma to this game. And
You actually was there.
Yeah, my buddy texted me after. He's like, hey, Vernon Davis got tackled by his dick. And I was like, what do you mean? And then I watched SportsCenter that night, and they showed...
Did you wonder why your grandmother during that tackle jumped up and said, that's all cock. He's got his cock. Let go of his dick.
Nana, sit down.
Look at that. It's called Vernon Davis Gets Tackled by His D. Here, play. I want to hear the audio. How did the announcers handle a guy?
Shield your eyes. It's not a good place to be hit there. And Vernon Davis will be fine. He'll be back. He might be singing soprano.
Yeah, he might be singing soprano. They always do that shit.
Yeah.
And it said, children, cover your eyes. That's pretty good. All right, Chris, you sent us down a dead end, though. I don't know what video you're talking about.
You know what? I'm sorry. I thought it would come up right away, but I'm at work, so I can't really.
No
get
worries.
it right now.
Somebody will get it for us.
All right, sorry, guys.
The Vernon Davis one is terrific.
Yeah.
He just grabbed his cup and his balls and everything, the shaft, and just pulled him down.
They probably never made a rule of that because they never thought to. Like, no one in football has ever grabbed someone's dick and pulled them down. I don't know how that's not happened before.
Yeah.
Maybe no one's ever mentioned it.
Well, now, maybe it's a rule change because of him.
What year is that?
That was last season.
last season.
So we'll see. No grabbing by the dick.
Football's about to begin. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, the Hall of Fame game was last night.
Did you see the Hall of Fame speeches?
No. They always bum me out.
Why?
Because there's these guys that I grew up idolizing, and then you see them, and you're like, oh, man, you took a lot of fucking hits.
Yeah.
A couple of the guys always have good speeches, but there's a couple guys where you're like, he should not be.
And you realize their lives are over at 40, 45 years old.
Yeah.
They're talking about how, their lives are done, basically, and they're relatively young still as far as life goes.
Yeah, but they were gods from, 18 to 35?
Yeah, like 12 years or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, they lived the greatest life, and then now it's just over.
Right. I was a huge Buffalo Bills fan when Andre Reed and Jim Kelly and the rest of them were playing. So
How was Andre Reed's speech?
It was pretty good, but it seems like there's a bit of strife in his family or something. Something happened to his daughter because he's basically saying, "Hang in there. There's better days ahead" or something. And then he just mentions his son, and they're all just grabbing each other's hands. I'm like, "What's going on in that house?" I was getting creeped out, but I don't know the story. I don't know if there's officially anything going on, but. And then Jim Kelly came out and threw one last pass to Andre Reed. I was like, wow. Jim Kelly's fighting cancer. I don't know where he's at with his recovery.
When did he do that?
Right at the end of the speech here, right here.
Kelly out. They're going to give him. Oh, he's going to throw a pass to Reed. Fantastic. Here we go.
They might have done that a few times.
Yeah, but
back
there was
in the
no one
day.
trying to tackle him. Big deal. Fucking there. There's no defenders.
Oh, this is interesting. Lawrence Taylor is there, and then he just knocks the shit out of Andre Reed.
I hope Jim Kelly's going to be all right.
Yeah, man, that's sad.
He
man.
looks horrible. He's been fighting some serious cancer.
What kind of cancer?
I don't know. I think it's in his throat, and I think they removed part of his jaw and all sorts of shit, man. Yeah. So
He's a young guy, right?
he's probably no. He's probably fucking. He's probably like early 50s. Lost a kid to an extremely rare disease. Some kind of it was called Crabtree or something. Some weird name where like kids don't even make it to 2, and his son ended up making it to like 8 years old. Yeah, there's a picture of him with his son. Just fucking brutal. He's had a really rough go. So, yeah.
That sucks.
That just brought everyone down, huh?
Yeah. The kid thing, you know.
So, let's say hi to Brian in Dublin. Brian.
Hey, I just wanted to know, Opie, or any of you guys, did you ever have the guy in the locker room, like the popular guy who just fucking whipped his dick out, and because he was the popular guy, it was funny, but if he wasn't popular, everybody would be like, that's fucking gay.
Right.
But you know what I mean?
Yeah.
We're angry, not even gay, socially aggressive.
I always found it weird that one guy that liked to just have his dick out at parties and stuff, and
that was always his thing. Like that was his bit.
That was his thing,
right?
Where he'd be like, "I'm gonna pull my dick out," and everyone's like, "James," and he's like, look at my dick," and everyone's like, he's crazy, and you're like, "That's not funny."
Yeah.
Like I would always sit back and be like, "That's not."
Yes.
Yeah, or he'd be just kind of flashing around in the locker room, but it's cool because he's like goofing and making jokes.
Yeah.
I always just found that a little strange.
I did too, because I was not comfortable with that. I was like, "Oh, hey, buddy, can you put your dick away?"
Right.
Did I know anybody that would pull their dick out? No. I don't know if I did.
But I've seen your dick.
Yeah, but I'm an adult now. I know better. It's different. I didn't do it as childhood, naive behavior. I did it as an adult to go, look, watch this puppy get sucked.
I love that story.
Yeah.
We could tell that story every week. I don't care. It's a great story. All right.
I want to find this video of this guy running in the combine.
I know.
That's
like,
all I want. I hate when they do that to us, because that's now I feel like I can't move on until we see the video.
Because I think I remember. I mean, I'm a big NFL fan, and I remember someone making a joke about it. So I know it's out there. I just don't remember which guy it was.
Has anyone sent it to us yet? There, Sammy. No. Not yet. Should I check my Twitter real fast?
Is it at camp?
They said it's at the NFL Combine. So
what's the Combine? What is
it's where they
get their numbers?
Yeah, they do like tests for
see how fast they can run.
So you're not dressed in a full uniform then?
Nah, you're like athletic shorts.
Oh, I might have it, unless this guy's fucking trolling me, you motherfucker. Let's see. Pro Combine training. They're saying it is Julius Williams. We didn't see much action in that, did we?
No, I mean that was just like a bulge.
Right. We didn't see anything, what, it wasn't like the guy described it.
No, he made it sound like he was going to hit him in his face.
Right.
I was looking for a comedically large dick, and it wasn't. It was just like, oh yeah, it's got a big package.
While we're on the sports, Tiger Woods is hurt again.
Yeah.
But more importantly, he's yelling at a cameraman again. You would think someone like Tiger Woods would just be used to, cameras going off all the time, right?
Where was he yelling at him, though?
A little tournament over the weekend, and Tiger had a bail after 9 holes because he tweaked his back again. He just came back from surgery, back surgery, I think in March. And then now he left the tournament because something happened to his back on the 9th hole, or earlier in the round, and then he tried to play through it and then finally had to quit. But then again, he was having a shitty tournament. Tiger loves, leaving when he's playing really shitty. So
yeah, just taking his ball and going home.
Yeah, people are very suspicious. It seems like this is legit, but I don't know. He's done this before where people are like, was he really fucking hurt? He was completely out of this tournament looking like a fool. And the next thing you know, he says he's got a problem and he walks off the course. So.
Is there footage of him yelling at the guy?
Yeah, right here. This is from yesterday, I believe, or over the weekend, whatever.
Trouble. You guys give me a little fucking space.
Give me a little fucking space here.
He's not playing well, so he's starting to lose it. He's not the same Tiger Woods.
That's yelling from 2009, by the way.
Right.
He means that's way back. That's stuff he's been wanting to say for fucking 5 years now.
That was Thanksgiving of 20, whenever the shit went down.
Right.
Yeah, what's always funny is when people are surprised by this, when a hyper-competitive athlete loses his shit when he's not doing well. It's like when Jordan, like, can you believe he's an asshole?
Right.
Like, yeah, I am.
Right.
He was dominant.
Right. Jordan was an asshole?
Yeah, there's a ton of stories about how big of a dick Jordan was.
I didn't know that.
I never heard one good story about people who've met him.
Yeah.
Not one. No, I'm sure other people will call and correct me, but
I've heard he doesn't tip in Vegas when he goes to like out to dinner and stuff. I heard he does not tip. That's what I read, which could be false. But I mean,
why? Because it's a pleasure to be serving him.
That's
Is
exactly,
he one of those type of guys?
That's exactly what I heard.
Yuck.
He's one of those guys. It's like, yeah, Michael Jordan. You're waiting on the greatest basketball player of all time.
Even though back then, especially, I was a huge Knicks fan. I fucking loved Jordan, and I loved when he lit it up against the Knicks.
He was so good.
I just loved it. I just loved watching him.
Late 80s and 90s, everyone was a Jordan fan. Everyone was like,
right?
This is the best thing ever.
Yeah, but he's a dick.
Yeah, I know someone who hooked up a nice evening for him with some other very, very high-profile athletes in this cigar bar.
Right.
And they made it happen. Like, they wanted a nice, quiet dinner or whatever, and the guy I know made this whole thing happen and, really had him taken care of well.
Right.
And just, there was almost nobody there in this place. So they're in this, like, cigar... What's the humidor, giant humidor they store them in? And it was just the guy I know, one other person, and Jordan. And then she introduced my friend and said, this is the guy that made this whole thing happen tonight. And he's from Chicago. He worships Jordan. And he asked for, like, a picture. And Jordan's like, nah, a little later, man, later. Like, he was just being a cunt about it. And was like, this is the guy that actually did all this nice stuff for you.
Yeah.
So everyone I've known who has met him has just said he's a dick.
Wow. Yeah, this guy goes through the extra mile to get you all this extra shit, and you can't even take 2 seconds to be like, hey.
And there was no one there. It wasn't like that would have started the chain reaction.
Right. Yeah. Let's say hi to Snowy in Michigan. Snowy.
Hey, good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning, Snowy.
Opie, I know you golf a lot. Now, are you aware of the tradition when your guy tees off, he doesn't go past the women's tee, you have to whip it out?
Yeah, I'm aware of that, and I always thought that was gay. I never did it.
I know. I was at a celebrity golf outing years ago, and I was with a guy who used to play hockey, and it was a sports agent, and he duffed one, didn't go past the women's box, and they said, oh, you can whip it out. I was like, no.
Yeah, I've had a few dud drives in my day, but I never whipped out my dick because it didn't go past the ladies' tees because I thought it was gay.
Yeah.
And I think that's kind of a test. And if you're actually willing to do that...
Just duffing on purpose?
Then I believe you might be...
Oh, no, guys!
Right. I believe you might be a little mysterious that you're willing to do that.
You run from behind a tree and get back on the tee. I missed it. Here it comes.
What does duffing mean?
It means when it doesn't go straight, it goes to the side.
Duff means kind of like Bobo's pitch at that game.
Well, I think you said Bobo's life.
Just a real
38-year duff.
Thank you, Snowy, but I've never done that. Jim in Chicago.
Yeah, how's it going, boys? About Jordan Tippin, I live right outside of Chicago, and he used to come to the Hammond Casino all the time. They would, like, rope off the hallway when he walked through. A buddy of mine, Todd, was a pit boss, and one Christmas, he did tip the dealers $100,000.
Jesus, all right, well, then I was wrong.
Yeah.
$100,000. Well, he was having a good deer, right? A good deer. I just saw a deer on TV. Got distracted. He was having a good day.
Oh, the scratching the stomach of the deer. Every time I try to put it down, it makes a noise.
Right.
It was actually quite cute.
The baby deer?
It was quite cute.
It's a viral video today. Sorry, I got distracted. So he was having a good day, and he tipped gave him a big tip.
Yep. Now, the guy who didn't tip, they used to call him No Tippin' Pippin. Scottie Pippen was notoriously cheap.
So maybe you got your stories mixed up.
I might be confused because right when he said Scottie Pippen, I'm like, okay, maybe it was Pippen that does not tip at all.
Maybe you got your... Yeah.
But Pippen's the luckiest man alive.
Yeah, I mean...
He was a good player, but Jordan made him way better than he actually was.
I don't know. Pippen was pretty good.
He was all right.
I mean, to be paired with Michael Jordan is how lucky is.
Yeah, he needed
that's very lucky.
He needed a Jordan.
Yeah,
gives you a lot of time open.
Yeah,
absolutely. Fucking, 6 guys on Jordan. It's just you and the coach talking.
I'm gonna go dunk now. Everyone's on Michael. They're like, all right, thanks, Scotty.
You got Charles Barkley talking about how cheap Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen are. Mm-hmm. Fucking Barkley rules.
Yeah, he's the best. I love Charles Barkley.
I don't like him because he says things that I find unpleasant. I wish he would take it down a notch.
Who are the cheapest guys that you've hung out with that we would know?
Well, there's nobody cheaper than Scottie Pippen and Michael Jordan. You know, Michael Jordan's pretty.
Michael Jordan is cheap?
Oh, yeah. He's cheap.
Really?
Yeah.
Like how cheap? We were talking super cheap here? Like
you know, I always give homeless people money.
Yeah.
And he'll always slap my hand. He'll say, if they can ask you for spare change, they can say, "Welcome to McDonald's. Can I help you, please?"
Wow. Seriously?
Oh, yeah.
Michael Jordan says that.
Holy shit.
Hey, man.
I like it more than Michael Jordan's a slapper.
Yeah. That's what he's into. Okay. So those guys are cheap.
Tiger's pretty cheap, too.
Tiger Woods is cheap.
Oh, yeah. He's cheap.
Those are you name two of the richest guys of all time. Tiger Woods is cheap?
I think that's why they're rich. They don't tip. It's a fine line. It's a very fine line. Yeah.
That's their secret, right?
That's their secret to being rich. They don't tip.
Very nice. Have you talked to Tiger about it?
I have not. First of all, you're good, too. You're not the easiest going guy either when it comes to tipping. You said that, didn't you?
Well.
That's an absolute lie. I make it rain. Yeah, quarters. Shut up.
It's always
Where are they shooting that? It sounds like a weird echo.
Yeah, I think it's a live show in either Houston or Dallas.
Yeah, that's a big room. You can tell.
Yeah.
Let's go to Floyd in North Carolina. Floyd.
Hey, boys, how you doing? I can't say nothing bad about Michael Jordan. I was down there around Wilmington at a basketball tournament, and his mother had a flat tire. It was pouring rain. I changed her tire and made sure she got back to her exit. And I never gave her my name or nothing. I don't know if she got my tag number or what. But about a week and a half later, I had a brand new black Ford F-150 in my driveway.
Holy! From Michael Jordan?
Brand new. Said, "Thank you for helping my mom, Michael Jordan."
Do
you still have that note?
I'm going to follow Michael Jordan's
Yeah,
mom
I
around.
got the
Exactly. I'm actually the one who popped her tire. I feel bad.
I still got the truck.
Holy shit, that's a cool story.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And I never met him or nothing. He was just in my driveway. He said, "Thanks for helping my mom, Michael Jordan."
All right, well, that's a very nice Jordan story.
All right,
there you go.
See you guys, man.
This guy, thank you. It's going back and forth with this Jordan thing. Aaron in California, go ahead.
Hey, boys. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, a buddy of mine, I'll try and make this brief. A buddy of mine's a big high roller in Vegas, so we would stay at the Bellagio in the villas, and we spent a lot of time out there, and made friends with the butlers who take care of all the villa guests. And he said that when Jordan came through to Vegas, that he never tipped. And it didn't matter if he was at Caesars, Bellagio, whatever. This story comes from the Bellagio, but he said that one night there was he had 100 people in his villa for a party, and at the last minute ordered 1,000 sandwiches or something crazy, and the bill ended up being $26,000, and he left him $100 tip. And I asked the butler, "What do you guys usually expect for a bill that size? You can't be expecting 20%." And he was like, "No, usually about 1,000 is pretty much the going rate." But that was just crazy that he wouldn't even, And it's been like that every time he's been out.
Well, he spent $26,000 on sandwiches.
That is true.
Yeah, that's a lot of sandwiches.
They should have comped them sandwiches. How do you not comp a high roller like that sandwich? I think there's a lot of 26,000.
26,000 worth of sandwiches.
On my at mention, Sam, I go to Othello. Someone wrote me. He said, "Pretty epic story about Michael Jordan being a dick to that rapper." Chameleonaire. Is there a guy named Chameleonaire who's a rapper? I'm just getting old.
There is.
There is?
There is a guy named Chameleonaire.
Probably Chameleonaire.
But it just seems to me that he's he does nice things occasionally, but he's also a dick. So maybe Jordan, he's just a normal. I don't know.
Oh yeah. Well, we got everybody paying attention. I know a lot of y'all be asking me about this Michael Jordan story, right? Everybody sees me always talking crazy about Michael Jordan. Let me explain to you. I saw Michael Jordan. I met Michael Jordan at this Michael Jordan party. It was at his party. And I never, I know it's some rumors that I asked him for an autograph and he said no, or that's a lie. I saw Michael Jordan. I'm at a party, and I don't ask nobody for nothing. I never do. I don't like it when people overly do it to me. I had saw Michael Jordan taking pictures with girls. He was like, you know, and I ain't mad at it. He's taking pictures with people, you know what I'm saying? And he's taking pictures, and he's just every now and then taking pictures, you know what I'm saying? So then later on, you know what I'm saying, I seen him, and they was like, oh, there go Mike. And he was standing over there. He was with some of the Boston Celtics. He was with Spike Lee. He was with, I don't know, some other people. And I was just like, man, this is just that one moment where I'm going to say, you know what I'm saying, I'm going to go say, I'm going to ask Mike for a picture. And then I said, I went over there, and I said, hey, fellas, you know, nobody was talking. They was just chilling, whatever, right? And I was just like, man, I don't mean to be rude, but Mike, I just want to know if I could get a picture. And then, now, I understand. I kind of expected him to say no.
Pause this for a second.
I wasn't mad if he said no, but the way
he tells a shitty story.
Yeah, it's not a good story.
Come on, Chameleonaire.
Holy fuck.
Not only that,
he hasn't
but
said anything yet.
It's kind of a dick move to interrupt Michael Jordan when he's with Spike Lee and some of the Celtics.
Right.
Well, they were just standing there.
Yeah.
I'm on this guy's side.
You're on this guy's
100%.
side? Well, you know what? I'm not. I'm on Jordan's side.
All right, let's see what happens.
All right.
Okay, let's see how he phrases it.
Okay.
We're just getting to it now.
Phrase it. He's got to get to a point. Here's something when you tell these little stories, have a point. It makes it so much more interesting.
You're with Jordan. I'm with Chameleonaire.
All right.
he said it, he said, oh, hell nah, man, I ain't taking no pictures with no niggas. And he said it like that, and I was like, I kind of got stunned for a second, because I was like, wait a second, I don't think he heard. I turned back, and my boys were just looking at me like, damn. You know what I'm saying? So I kind of thought that he didn't hear what I said, and I was like, keep in mind, I had just came from a Reggie Bush event. Everybody knows about the Michael Jordan jersey, right? Me and Reggie Bush was doing this event, right? And he was auctioning off these jerseys. So I had to keep on raising my hand and bidding for these jerseys, right? And it was a Michael Jordan jersey, an Allen Iverson autograph, the Shaq, a Vince Carter. There was a whole bunch of jerseys, right? And I kept raising my hand. It was like 1,000. I raised my hand. They said 2,000, and some dude raised his hand. And they said 3,000. I raised my hand. They said 4,000. Yes. He kept going back and forth. And then I finally went over to him at 7,000. It was like, hey, man, stop raising your hand, man. You don't want them jerseys. And he was like, I said, man, how about we stop and then we both split the jerseys at 7,000 and we split the money. And he was like, all right, cool. So we didn't raise our hands no more. And then they said, sold to Chameleonaire and that guy right there for $7,000. So the guy tells me that he wasn't even he didn't even want to get the jerseys. He was just trying to show off to Kim Kardashian, who was on the stage.
Pause again.
I understand what he's saying.
What's going on here?
He's talking about being in an auction for some sports memorabilia, and I understand now why Jordan wouldn't like him if he's fucking telling the other guy, let's just stop the bidding.
No kidding.
He fucking was a charity auction, I bet.
This guy tells a story like a chick. He goes down a different side street. Well, and then, I knew Reggie Bush, so I was there bidding.
Right.
And it was crazy. I kept bidding, and someone else kept bidding. Shut up and get to the end of the story.
I'm so mad right now.
I'm already happy I'm on Jordan's side.
No, but I'm not. But look what he said to him. Oh, hell no, I'm not taking pictures with niggas. Why would you say that when a guy asked you when you were taking pictures?
But what's up with the jerseys?
I don't know.
Why is that
we got
story
sidetracked?
relevant?
Well, he said everybody knows me from the Jordan jersey.
No
and he
one
told
knows
that
it.
story.
But was Jordan there for the bidding for the jerseys?
We haven't gotten to that point yet.
Yeah, we don't know.
God. What the fuck's going on?
Well, Chameleonaire is meandering. That's what he does. He's taking his time. Nice man.
Jimmy's Chameleonaire's legal counsel.
I'm Team Chameleonaire, and there's a lot of left in this video.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of time left.
There is a lot of time.
A lot of time.
We have nothing but time in
Not
this
even
radio
close
show.
to the end.
We're only 2:40 in, and it's a 7-minute video.
We'll never make it.
Sit back and relax.
Only way to make this worse if you saw it was a part 1, and you're like, here we go.
And he has 900,000 views.
Sure.
I'd kill for 900,000 views. My videos are more focused than this.
You gotta start drawing out your stories more.
Fuck. All right, let's get back to the story that goes nowhere.
$1 for these jerseys, and he didn't even want the jerseys. You know what I'm saying? So anyways, whatever.
Enough about the jerseys.
Michael, I'm like, I just bid $7,000 for a Michael Jordan jersey. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then he goes, you know what? I'll tell you what. You pay $15,000 right now for a jersey from me, and I'll take a picture with you. And keep in mind, Michael Jordan's real tall. He's looking down on me, and I'm looking up at him like, man, I never been so heated in my life, man. My heart just started racing like I'm about to steal off on this fool. And I thought about all the times when I used to pause the little video game or the basketball game and draw the picture of this dude dunking. I thought about all the times when I seen John Starks come baseline and just dunk on them fools. I thought about the time when Allen Iverson crossed them over, and I was like, what? Jordan, how you let Allen Iverson cross you over? Like, big Michael Jordan fan. And it's just the way he did it. And then,
I'm 100% with him.
You get it, right?
I certainly do.
Where are we at now?
Well, he's saying that he talked to Jordan, and Jordan said I'm embarrassed that he actually told Michael that story. I wouldn't have suggested that. It's not a good
Chameleonaire's PR guy.
Yeah, Chameleonaire should have probably just said, man, I just bid $7,000 on a Michael Jordan jersey.
And then all you have to do is check your Twitter, and this guy goes, that other guy has to be lying with the brand new truck. He writes...
is that an urban legend?
Let's see, PGH Beer Snob, it looks like, on Twitter. He writes, Michael Jordan can't buy a truck for someone without them knowing or signing paperwork. Fucking liar.
Whoa. I would have thought it was... he said it was him, though.
He might have... No, here's what Jordan might have done. He might have just sold it to his production. Oh, yeah, he might... What about the insurance for it and the inspector? Yeah. There's a lot going on. But Jordan might have just bought it outright and told somebody to get that truck and give it to that guy. I mean, it's possible to do.
But we didn't even have a backup question. We should maybe question these people.
Yeah, we were just like, oh, that's awesome.
That guy's got to call back because we have questions now.
We have a lot of questions.
Because now you have this truck that... Did the title come with it?
The guy didn't know his name. Who's the maybe production? He has a production company that owned it or something.
I need more. I need answers. All right, let's get back to the.
I'm trying to book a flight in cash for somebody who doesn't know it. It's very difficult.
Let's get back to this amazing story.
Who was it? Paul Pierce. So one of them was like, "Yo, hey man, chill out. That's Chameleonaire, man." He was like, "I don't give up," and he cursed. He said, "I don't give up, nigga." And I was like,
pause.
And then
he doesn't want to say fuck.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, he's got morals,
but he'll say the dreaded N word.
Yeah,
Chameleonaire doesn't curse.
Why? Is that his thing?
I think so. If I remember right, he's riding dirty.
Yeah, that's how he
this
became
is the
a
riding dirty
guy.
That's riding dirty.
Oh, I know this.
But he doesn't curse?
This was a huge hit. I didn't know he did this.
I just know Weird Al Yankovic's parody of this.
What is it?
White and Nerdy.
That's the only thing that you know? But
I know that... You know why I know this song?
I love this song.
When K-Rock flipped, they made me play this all the time when I was still board hopping for the last month when they flipped it to the top 40 station. That's how I know this song.
Good memories then.
Yeah, it's terrible. It's like it's like Gitmo.
Why would they make you do that?
Because, CBS.
Fucking assholes.
They're like, do you want your severance? I was like, yes. And they're like, stay on for a month to teach these people the board in the old O&A studio.
You got to teach the new kids.
Yeah, all the guys from Orlando. I think
now they're all
Orlando.
gone, right?
I think so. The guy that I had to teach was a real dickwad. But he was always like, turn it up! Yeah. Like when I was in, and I was like, oh, God. They caught me. Remember the TVs that were behind the board?
Sure.
He walked in one time during one of my shifts, and I had the monitor all the way down, and I was watching South Park with it coming through the speakers.
Nice.
And he was like, are you monitoring the station? And I was like, oh, shit. No, I'm not. And I fucking hated that guy. But he always played this shit.
And he called you out that you weren't monitoring the station?
Yeah.
Ugh, that was an asshole. Fuck those guys. All right, let's get back to the greatest story ever told. Oh, my God. Wait, where are we at?
Well, he bought a jersey.
What have we learned so far from this guy?
Paul Pierce just told Jordan that it was Chameleonaire.
Yeah, Paul Pierce is even going, don't be a dick, dude.
Right.
Yeah.
All right.
You know what I did? I just sat there for a second. I just sat there and looked at him, and then I turned to Spike Lee, and I said, you know what? I appreciate it, bro. That's all good. And I shook Spike Lee's hand, and they all had that look like, man, that's just how Mike is. You know what I'm saying? I shook everybody's hand, and then I walked off, and then Ray Allen was over there, and Ray Allen was like, hey, man, he took a picture with me. I guess they was kind of do it because they kind of felt kind of like a certain way or something.
Bad for you?
I took a picture with Paul Pierce and everything, but it wasn't really even that big a deal. I expected him to say no. It's just the way he said it. It was the most rudest. I'm probably not even repeating it as mean as he said it. So after that, I was like, wow, man, this dude must really he must feel a certain way inside where he just treat people like that. And keep in mind, when I used to stay in Chicago, a lot of y'all know about I used to stay in Chicago, the people that I used to stay with, they used to tell me all the time that Michael Jordan is bad, man. He just be smoking weed, cursing all day. I didn't believe it. I was like, no way, not Michael. You know what I'm saying? Because the image that he portrayed. And then they was like, they knew because they used to clean his cars. They used to work for the company to clean his cars, and he always used to be cursing at them. He always used to be talking trash to them. He always used to be saying stuff, and they told me, and I was like, nah. So then when I finally saw him, he was like that to me. So I was like, wow. And then I had heard so many rumors about people saying how Michael Jordan, how bad he was. So I was kind of disappointed. I ain't gonna lie. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know there's some people that's gonna go out there and say, oh, Cam was a groupie for Michael Jordan, man. You can say whatever you want, man. Michael Jackson, Michael Jordan, them the biggest icons that I ever had. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't no rapper. It was those was it. Because remember, I wasn't really allowed.
Well, there's a man in North Carolina that's willing to argue with you, Chameleonaire.
Yeah, but you see, Jordan's just a cocksucker.
And also, there's 2 minutes left of the story.
The only way you would listen to a guy like this is if you had some blow.
Yeah, you're like,
so you would have
what's
to
your story?
You would have to sit through his fucking story.
Yeah, I'll hear the Jordan story again. Oh, God, fucking.
No offense to, what's his name? Chameleonaire. We have to get to the end. We need closure.
I can't.
We need closure.
I gotta hear the end of it.
Yes.
You think there's more to be told here?
No.
You don't.
I listened to rap like that when I was younger. You know what I'm saying? My dad used to watch basketball all day. Michael Jordan, I can tell you I can tell you anything. You know what I'm saying? And then Michael Jackson. But so Mike was just a big disappointment, man. And then sometimes a little kid will be asking for an autograph. He'll be like, oh no, you know what I'm saying? That's why to this day I'll never be like that. Even if I'm in a bad mood when people ask me, I still do it. I wouldn't talk that way to somebody. I might even tell them, man, I'm not really in the mood, but I still do it in a nice way. He was just, he'll curse you out. So, and then after that, my security called me and was like, yo, Nike brand Jordan wants to talk to you because they want to apologize. They were trying to send me Nike Jordans and all this stuff. And, I was like, and then to make the story even interesting, when I was coming in, I was about to leave, and I saw Young Jock coming in. And Young Jock was all heated about something because I was like, hey, man, no matter what you do not go talk to Michael Jordan. And then he was like, yeah, Michael Jordan. And I was like, why you all mad? He was like, because he had just came down the red carpet and he was wearing some Adidas and people were mad. They were like, how you going to disrespect Michael Jordan in the air that he walks on because you coming into his party with some Adidas on? And Young Jock was like, what? Like, I'm not even going to repeat what he said, but he was like, man, I'm not, it's not God. What you talking about? Like, that's how they was acting, you know what I'm saying? So that's my Michael Jordan story. I don't know if I've told anybody that full story in entirety, but yeah, he was like looking down on me, cursing like he wanted to fight, and it just came out of nowhere. He must have been in a bad mood. It was bad. It was like pretty embarrassing. Like, as a man, you want to be like, I actually felt like, man, I should just steal him right now. I'm just gonna steal him. I don't care what happens. I'm just about to punch him.
That would have been a great story.
I refrained, and I was just like,
what?
Yeah, all right. He probably would have knocked me out. Michael Jordan probably would have knocked me out. I don't care. I would have made front page. Believe that.
Yes.
I would have made front page.
I like this guy.
Did you like the story?
Yeah, because he's telling. It's like it's not that Jordan said no or like, hey, not right now. It's like, why do you talk to a guy like he's some piece of shit? Like there's never a reason to do that
to anyone
ever.
Right.
That's just a scumbag jerk off athlete move.
It's bad. It's bad. It's bad because everyone around him was like, "Hey, I'll take a picture with you, buddy." I'm sorry, you okay?
Yeah, and most of them knew the guy, and they're like, there's no reason for it.
Yeah.
I learned a new term too. Still him.
Still him.
I was going to still him.
I never heard that either.
That's kind of cool. I'm going to still him.
I'm about to still this guy. It's like you're saying it wrong.
That was exhausting. All right, we're going to take a break. What are we promoting today? What do you got going on, Dan?
I'm going to be at Go Bananas in Cincinnati.
This weekend?
Yeah, Thursday through Sunday.
Okay. And Jimmy, you got stuff going on as
Cobb's,
well, right?
Cobb's this weekend, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. I have not been there in a long time.
San Francisco?
Yeah. Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
You fly after the show?
After the show.
Okay.
Dallas, August 21 through 23, and then Syracuse, September 4 through 6. And this Wednesday, my Whitney Cummings was a great guest on the show. She's really interesting, and that's the new episode of the Jim Norton Show is this Wednesday.
It'll be out on Vice.com.
Yeah. Well, I think it's Wednesday, is it? Yeah, it's Wednesday.
Not to be confused with the Advice Show.
I have to change the name of the Advice Show. To the because the Vice Show
getting a little confused.
You go to Vice.com.
Vice.com for episodes of the Jim Norton Show.
Sirius 206, XM 103. The guys, the show, whatever it is, are back.
We are back. Dan Soder in studio. Jim Norton in studio.
Yep.
The Ebola virus in America.
Studio.
Good morning, everybody. What do you think of the Ebola guy? That was big news over the weekend because it's the first what? Ebola patient in the United States, I guess.
Ever?
I think so.
I thought there was,
They flew him over here on a $45 million plane. There it is, the special plane.
That looks like it evades radar.
Yeah, absolutely. It's good to know the government has that much money. They used that plane, twice? $45 million plane to get him over here, and he's at Emory down there in Atlanta.
It's isn't it a 90% fatal rate with that?
I've heard 90, I've heard 70.
I heard 70, but...
Can we look that up? The fatal rate?
But there he is getting... Oh, look at this, right on cue. He's getting out of the ambulance. And then somebody called us this morning and said that ambulance is now, transporting someone with a broken leg or something from a baseball game.
Yeah, a panic attack at an office,
right.
like sit in the ambulance.
I can't imagine they're using that ambulance again, even though the guy's got his outbreak suit on and all that. But there he goes into the hospital.
The guy that walks him, that's got to be terrifying.
I think so, even if you got all the beekeeper stuff on.
Yeah.
Right? It would still be terrifying. But what do you think of that whole thing, Dan?
It's just weird to me that they brought him back. I don't know why you would...
You got to think there's got to be a better place to do this.
Yeah, they can't take him to Switzerland or a country that
right.
Not us, and just be like, let's treat him there.
How about Guantanamo?
Yeah, seriously.
Find an island somewhere.
Yeah.
There's got to be a place that they could have taken him. Besides, the CDC's in Atlanta, so that's definitely why they did that.
But we talked to Dr. Steve earlier, and there's a good chance this guy's going to survive. But then Dr. Steve was telling us that they had a Ebola survivor where they found the Ebola virus in his semen 4 months later.
4 weeks later.
4 weeks was it?
Yeah.
4 weeks later.
Yeah. Yep.
So then, when do you officially release him back into the population?
And if you're a chick, he better fucking.
That's what. Well, he's married.
He's like,
so when do you finally have sex with your wife?
He'll be coming on her tits for the next 4 years until she knows he's okay.
In the honor of Ebola, we want one punchline from the virus?
You know what? Since his party was such a success, apparently, yeah.
E-Rock, are you feeling the virus today?
I do.
E-Rock. That's one of our worst bits ever.
Yeah, it's not good.
It's really not good.
But yeah, I think that's a good idea in honor of Ebola.
E-Rock's not cool. E-Rock.
I don't have a punchline.
Come on in.
That's the joke.
Come on. I bet he gets one and he'll be fine.
We're not looking for a punchline from E-Rock.
No. Come on in.
You want to try this?
Yeah, let's get the mic set up.
Really?
Yeah, why not? Give him a quick second. I have faith in this kid.
Sal, Travis, please take the board. You can play his music.
Look,
for him.
everyone's running. I've never seen people run like this.
This is what the Ebola virus does.
They get very excited when the virus is he's a stand-up. He's a stand-up comic, just like yourself.
Wait. You haven't been introduced.
Yeah, you got to be introduced. Who's introducing him today?
Kenny.
Oh, that's right. Kenny introduces the virus. Where's Kenny, though? What mic is that, Sam? And do we still have the virus's walk-on music? Do we still have his walk-on music, Travis?
Kenny.
Like I would delete something like that, sir?
I'm excited to see this.
All right. Is Kenny here for the intro? Why are we doing this today? We've been having a good show.
I'm excited to see some good topical stand-up comedy.
But this takes the energy out of the room.
Yeah.
Kenny, you ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Do we start with the music first? I forgot.
Yeah.
All right. Let's go.
Ladies and gentlemen, get ready for the triumphant return of the virus.
Yeah.
Hi, guys.
Hi, virus.
Virus in the house.
What do you got for us today? It's been a while, huh? You thought we forgot about you. I'm sorry that it's been so long.
Kind of hoping you did.
Right.
So what am I doing here?
Just one joke about the Ebola virus.
Or something, yeah, something funny with the Ebola virus.
What? You can start with the old. You can start with the setup.
Yeah, setup, right?
Yeah.
Go for it. Just a quick setup. Hey guys, did you hear about the Ebola virus? What about it?
You want to start
I thought
over?
he held the record for the most block shots in the NBA.
You know what? We got a punchline out of the virus. Not a good one. No, I wouldn't even do that for it.
I'm out.
Oh, mic
Drop
drop.
the
You
mic.
like Chris Rock on all of us.
That's right. That's all you had to do. Not good.
It happened.
I think he kind of cheated.
You think he cheated?
Yeah.
How did he cheat?
I don't know. He kind of cheated, right, Sam?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why?
He just wanted out fast.
Yeah, it wasn't because he's supposed to be trying to think of a good one, and he wasn't trying to think of a good one.
Right.
So that's the cheat.
Right. He just wanted out fast. Will you be talking about Anthony's new show today and have a follow-up video for tomorrow? I don't know if we have a follow-up video, but Anthony's starting his show today.
4 o'clock, yeah.
4 o'clock today. Go to anthonycumia.com to sign up. So, there you go. We wish him nothing but the best.
Surprise first guest. Has he announced who the first guest is?
No.
No.
I wonder who that could be.
Yeah. Because I know he's announced a couple other guests.
Might be
for
the
later.
black woman. Beat him up.
Oh, my
How great would
God.
that be?
I doubt he found her, though.
That would be.
That'd be wonderful. Sean in South Jersey. Shawnee.
Yeah, speaking of the virus, he knows everything about antibodies. Get it? Whack, whack.
No. Antibodies. An antibody joke. Thank you.
I want the Ebola virus to eat you. I don't like it. Yeah, Africa was celebrating. They're like, we got one in the mainland. This is the
No
shot.
kidding. Why are we taking that chance?
This was their shot on the Death Star. It's the one fucking laser beam.
Fuck, I don't trust anybody.
Yeah.
Why are we trusting that they're going to take care of the Ebola virus down there? We learned all sorts of shit this morning. You got to listen to the replay because Dr. Steve walked us through. What do they do to your shit again? They disintegrate it.
Incinerate it.
Incinerate it.
Everything that you had on you.
No, your shit,
Your
actually your
shit.
feces, not your
They have
possessions.
special toilets that incinerate it immediately and turn it to dust, I think. Like immediately.
That's got to be a strange experience. Because how does it happen? Do they use shit in the bowl and they take it out of the bowl?
It's
and
a
they
special
incinerate it?
toilet.
Yeah, they. I guess that they just heat it until it's ashes. So I mean that makes sense.
Yeah,
but what if you get a little spray on the side? Like, what about those speckles?
I'm hoping they account for the flex. When it flex off. I imagine they do.
And are you allowed to wipe your ass? And then what happens there? Because now you're wiping your ass. Now it's on your hands.
Do you just shit right into the incinerator? Is there like
on when you shit? Yeah.
Yeah. Just like it's cooking.
But how do you wipe your ass?
You just got to dry with the incinerator heat.
But now it's on your hands.
Yeah.
Or the gloves you're wearing. Or with something.
Steve texted me.
Yeah.
Turns out they found Ebola virus in that guy's semen 61 days later. That's 8 weeks.
So it's 61 days
It
later.
hangs out in the load. Fucking viruses are they adapt quickly.
Yeah.
They love loads.
You know what it is? The guy probably jerks off a lot, and they're like, probably he's fucking freeing us. Let's get in there. They don't know.
Guys, let's go into that part. Yeah,
or he's married and not fucking at all, and they're like, well, there's nothing happening here. This is this quiet area.
God, what? His wife finally lets him in again? That's crazy. That's nuts.
You know how mad the Ebola virus would be if it did that to me and they thought I had found a great place, then it just winds up on the floor of a pit booth? Me watching a movie? Like, oh, nerds, you're heading the wrong place.
Just looking up, it can't move.
Yeah.
It's just stuck there.
Yeah.
So
waiting for a mop. Maybe the mop could transfer it somewhere else.
Yeah, it's like that scene in Outbreak where you see how it transfers everywhere.
Right.
It goes from Jimmy's dick to the floor to the mop.
And then just dies in the mop water.
Yeah.
To the bucket. And then
that goes in the stream that they pour out in the street.
Sure. Then it's in an alleyway somewhere, right? And then a hobo lays down in it.
I think we're writing Outbreak 2 right now.
That's right.
That's how it happens, though.
And
then the hobo bumps into you.
Yeah, he's like,
and then
or you give him some change unlike Michael Jordan, you'd give the bum the change.
Right.
He touches your hand, and then you got Ebola.
There is, they say, some secret drug that they gave these people. They're saying it's a secret drug.
A serum?
I don't know why it's. Yeah, I'm guessing. I don't know why it's
you mean
secret.
the guy down in Atlanta?
Yeah, and that's why he's gonna be okay. And the woman.
So they feel like they got this figured out a little bit for him.
I think.
Why are they calling it a secret drug?
Don't know. That's what they said on the news.
Huh.
I don't know what's so secret why we wouldn't share that knowledge.
You know, we were talking about your Vice show, Vice.com for Jim Norton's show, and we forgot to mention that you got a huge exclusive, but you didn't really get credit for it. Yeah, I probably shouldn't bring this up because it'll piss you off.
It's okay. It's one of those things where Tyson announced on the show he was excited. He's doing a movie with Jamie Foxx, and Jamie's playing him in a movie.
Right.
But we didn't do anything with it. Like nobody, which is not necessarily my job as the comic to know what should be put out there in a publicity way.
But you probably assume that he's already said that before too. That's what happens in here sometimes, where people say things and then we learn later like that was the first time they said that. And like, oh fuck, we could have done something.
Well, that's what people should be doing. There should be people who look out for that, and that's kind of what their gig is.
Right.
And but the only problem was it wound up going. Variety got credit for it. And then, SportsCenter tweets it out to 8 million people. And it's like, I'm not saying that that's going to make or break your show, but any little hit like that helps.
Sure.
And when you miss it because no one thought to look for it, it's like, that's kind of frustrating.
Wow. Is this the clip?
Is that? Are you sure?
No, listen, me and Jamie Foxx are going to do a movie about me.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Who's Jamie playing? Is he playing you?
Yes, it's very interesting that you say that, because I know you're going to say, well, Jamie's almost older than you. How he's going to play you? See, it was a movie called Benjamin Button. Remember that movie, Benjamin Button? And so they got a new, they have a new gadget where they can make him younger, like they made Brad Pitt younger. And so Jamie's going to look younger, so he's going to play a younger me when he's older.
I was thinking more of Jamie, not even age-wise, but more the body, like, because you're such a powerful guy.
No, but the movie, he's going to go, he'll do some steroids, he'll eat some pork, he'll do all that stuff, some potatoes, and do all that stuff and lift some weights. And because he did that movie Resurrection when he played, I think it was, the gentleman that Arnold Schwarzenegger, the guy that died, Tookie Smith, I believe, Tookie Williams, the gang-affiliated gentleman.
Oh, didn't they execute him?
Yes, they did.
They did. Yes,
they did. And so he was buffed in, so he's going to try to get buffed again.
I didn't know he played him. Yeah, I've seen photos of him. He was a very big dude.
Pretty big.
There you go, though.
Yeah.
That would have been an exclusive.
Yeah.
They picked it up from your show. Variety ran with it, and then ESPN tweeted out to 8 million people.
Did they mention your show?
No.